Okay, we have one of the more unique opportunities built in when it comes to using LinkedIn. And many of you may not have thought to do this, but there's a few things that on LinkedIn where we're just not utilizing to its fullest extent. And you may see several different tips that I share with you on LinkedIn on how to maximize it, how to use the data. Many of us join LinkedIn and do nothing. We're on it, we don't talk to people, we're just kind of here. And we're fortunately in a business that you could literally be busy 24/7. And when I say that, if you're sitting around wondering what you should be doing next and who do I prospect, prospecting is one of the most important tools and activities we need to be participating in. We need to be prospecting all the time. Now, it doesn't mean always knocking on doors or cold calling, but we can be using social media to prospect more efficiently. And I'll use this as an example of how else can I use LinkedIn to give me some information. Contact people I would never know before. We have access to data and people like we've never had before, ever. So let's say you want to generate some REOs and short sales and you want more connections. If I asked you, where does your next REO lead come from? Well, you could attend a conference and meet some asset managers maybe, or some short sale gurus, and that's fine. You could do that. You could go online and watch webinars. But how do you find the people who make those decisions? So let me ask you this loaded question. Where do asset managers sit every day? Where are they? If I put a picture of, the US, where are the asset managers for these banks and these institutions? The answer is they're all over the place. They could be sitting in Denver, they could be sitting in California, they could be sitting in New York, they could be sitting just about any place in this country. So how do you find them? Because if you're sitting around going, hey, I've got no business, why don't you try and reach out and to talk to a few? Like any prospecting, it might take you 10 or 12 or 15 or 20 phone call or email conversations or connections to generate one lead. So let me take you there. At least use LinkedIn as a tool and as a resource, not just as a place like, oh, I'm on it and I got a profile there. Okay? Now, this concept applies not just for finding REOs and short sales. I'm just using this as an example. So if you're in an area where you don't work REOs and short sales, I don't care. LinkedIn still has people in business positions that make decisions, live in homes, buy investment properties, could be anything. So if you're in the Canadian market, you could use LinkedIn to find people who work for companies that live in your market area. Because let's face it, if there's a company that has 500 employees and it's in my market, odds are they live somewhere within an hour range of that area for commuting purposes. So use it to find people in organizations and build relationships, because if you took LinkedIn away, you would never know how to get a hold of these people in the first place. Okay, so I don't care if it's just an REO short sale thing. Again, if you're in a market that doesn't sell those, or if you're in a country that doesn't have them, this is a concept I'm just sharing with you to learn how to search differently. So don't hit the button and stop this recording yet. We're just getting started. I'm on LinkedIn. Log into your LinkedIn account. You probably haven't been there in a while anyway. For the most part, most of you. Some of you are pretty diligent. I don't get there as often as I should. I got a ton of inbox stuff I got to get to. Some of it's a bunch of junk, but there's some valid stuff in there. I just want to show you how to use the advanced search. Where normally I can search right here, I want you to go to advanced. Advanced search. If you don't know the buttons there, it's a fabulous place to go find details of people. So, for this example only, but use your open mind to say, I might be looking for the CEO of a company. I'm looking for investors. I'm looking for the manager of a company. I'm looking for the relocation department. I want to know the person who handles human resources to say if you have people that are looking to move into the area or out of the area, I want to find who's in charge of human resources for that area. You can use the keyword search bar. Okay, so I will show you an example just how to find asset managers, but you in turn can find any type of title or keyword you want to find. Open your mind and get in here and use this as a tool. Here's an example. Let's just pick asset managers. That's the keyword I want. Asset manager. Now, if you were searching for human resource department or investment portfolios, you might want to narrow it down to what country you're looking in, and it could do a search for you by either postal code and within how many miles of that area. So you can search hyper-local, if you will. Geographically, you can search, or a specific company. If you have a large company in your town or community, and there's thousands of employees there, put in the town and that location, and it'll try and search for those people. You can also find the title of that person versus a keyword. What is the title you want to find in that organization? What is the company name you're looking for? Now, I'm not telling you it's going to produce every result all the time, but this is a research prospecting tool. It's not perfect, but it's a way to find people you may never found before. Back to my example. Asset manager. I don't want to put an area. Because they could sit anywhere as far as I'm concerned. They could be in any part of this country. So I'm just going to say asset manager. Located in or near, don't care. I'm going to be very generic here. I can always fine tune it. Let's just use this as a demo to search. So here's my search criteria. It will also show me if I have a first level connection with them on LinkedIn, meaning I'm directly connected, a second level connection or a second degree contact, or even a third, which I don't see any on this page right now, but it'll show you with whom I know, and I'm going to show you how I know how I'm connected to them. Let's just pick on this particular person. Senior Asset Manager, REOs at 3 Point Asset Management Company. I have 3 shared connections with this person, which I can click on it, and it will show me who I'm connected to. So these 3 people that I am connected to are already connected to Darlene in this case. Okay? Let's click on it. Now, I can always connect with her first and befriend, if you will, and do a connection here. But let's first see what this person does. Is this the right person? Who knows? It's part of the prospecting. Well, look, when you go door knocking, you know nothing about the individual usually. You're not researching them usually unless you're going on Facebook first. But you're out there prospecting. It's part of the job. Here, Senior Asset Manager, conducting oversights and management of dispositions of the REO asset portfolios, maintaining oversighting relationships, cradle to grave liquidation, and I'm just reading what she does. To me, this might be just a good contact that says, hey, Darlene, I'm looking to handle properties in my part of the country. Can you either help me find properties to market? I'm a good listing agent. I'll share with you my listings and successes. Or can you direct me to somebody that handles the properties in this location? Maybe you're looking for investors. Maybe you're looking for property managers who own properties that need rentals filled. This is a way to search for titles and people that are on LinkedIn. So as I scroll down, I see what she's done in the past. I can see all her history of asset management. She's been doing this a long time. I've got tremendous amounts of information to build rapport and to connect with and ask questions, or hey, can you help me out? Now, on the right-hand side, this will show me how I'm connected to her. So these 3 people already connected to Darlene. Okay? Even cooler than that. Sometimes when you find something that's related to something that says, hey, this is someone I want to connect to, this could be valuable for me. This could be my next listing, or my next 5 listings, or my next 50 listings. Prospecting. Better than that if you scroll all the way down. Right here. Viewers of this profile also viewed. Usually people who view these profiles will view very similar profiles. So you might find other good people to connect with. Managing directors, the home retention specialist for this company, another asset manager of another asset company. So there might be also very relevant contacts you want to communicate. You guys can prospect hours to find business. There is no excuse in this business to not have business. Even if they didn't have business for me and I'm nice to them and I connect with them, they might find another connection for me to find business. Okay, this can make your whole year. So, that being said, and as you see, as sometimes you scroll over something, it'll give you more information. I could click on her public profile. I could view public profiles. Let me just go to one more just for an example. Let's just go to the next one. Daryl, C-A-R-O-N, Caron. Don't know Daryl. Could get to know Daryl. I can connect with Daryl here. Daryl's the asset manager of New Vista Asset Management. I don't know if he's got properties in my area or not, or maybe soon, or needs BPOs done. Again, if you're not looking at REOs and short sales, I'll clarify. Could be an investor guy you're looking for. Could be property management specialists. Could be owners of buildings. Could be new developers coming to the area that are looking for properties in. You could search, let me just give you a bizarre idea. Just hold this thought a second. I just thought of something else. Maybe you want to do commercial real estate and you've got a piece of commercial land and you're looking for maybe a drugstore company to come into your market, or you're looking for a shopping center to come into your market. Find owners of shopping centers and those types of companies here. The CEOs are on here. The vice presidents are on here. Their real estate people are on here. back to this. Got me sidetracked for a second. You know, you get me going because there's so much opportunity. It's really how much you want to do. So let's say I got Daryl and I want to reach out to Daryl. Now, keep in mind, it shows here, I am connected to Daryl, second tier, through Mike Wright. Mike Wright, and I can view Mike's profile. Mike is, I believe, a mortgage, he's a mortgage person I met in Minnesota. He does FHA loans and a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, so I got Mike. I happen to know Mike. So let's go back, and I want to connect with Daryl. So I can connect two ways. Three, actually, but send InMail, which it requires a subscription through LinkedIn. Okay, you may not want to do that right now, but that's your choice. I can get introduced through a connection. Well, I can hit the connect button and connect with him. So let me connect. Watch what it's going to do. How do I know him? You know, I'm going to have to say other, or I don't know Daryl. Let's just go, I don't know Daryl, but I'd like to be introduced to him, and I could send an invitation to see if he'll connect with me. You don't want to spam these guys. You don't want to just, you know, hammer these guys. The best way is through an introduction, or a friend, or who I know. Okay, but let's just show you this. I'm not going to hit send invitation because I don't like to do it this way. What I prefer to do sometimes is get introduced through a connection. So I can get introduced through a connection through Mike Wright. I already know Mike. So I can say I want to be introduced. I want to make a request for the introduction. And I could type in the subject, you know, would like an intro to Daryl Caron, and please explain why. Looking to see if he can help build my business. Would really appreciate the introduction. Thanks so much. Hope you're doing well. Let's connect soon. Be personal. Don't just give me some standard nonsense. It's called work. It's what's called social media. Be social. Don't just be blah with just connect me. That's not what you would say to them in person. Okay, I'm not going to send this request because I don't want to screw this up because Daryl may not be able to help me right now with what I'm doing. I'm just trying to show you the example. So let me cancel out of this. But here, state your intent. Be clear about what you're asking for in the introduction and be professional. And, you know, if Mike does not want to introduce you because he doesn't feel comfortable, he has the choice to say no. It's just like any other networking type connection, except you're sitting at your desk in the middle of winter time or in the blazing heat of summer, and you could do this without getting on an airplane or so far picking up the phone. Now, that leads me to another example. There's nothing that says I cannot. I see this person here. He's an asset manager of New Vista Asset Management Company in Orange County, California. I could actually look that up on Google and find it and call New Vista and say, hey, can I talk to Daryl? Why? What can I have? I saw him online. I have some questions for him about his asset management portfolio. That's prospecting. Call it a directory, if you will. There's ways to do these types of searches for just about anything. So, on that note, let me just back out to the main LinkedIn home screen. I want you to take this into consideration. I showed you one example, but I want you to think about how you can use it for, again, companies that reside in your marketplace. If you have a company that has dozens to hundreds of people, they probably live in your community. Find a person there who can maybe allow you to do this. I'd find maybe, let's say it's an insurance company. Call them up. Hey, do you mind if I come in and do a real estate seminar at any of your meetings? Can I come in and share with you what's happening in the real estate market at any of your company events? I'm a local realtor. I specialize in the local market area. You might have people in your community and your company that would love to know what's happening with the real estate market. Can I come in and share that? Find those managers and directors and investors on LinkedIn. Build a relationship. More importantly is don't just ask them for business. Here's the best thing you could do to any of these people. Ask them how you can help them first. So if you found the vice president of an insurance company in your market area, they host several hundred employees. Mr. Smith, I understand you're the vice president of marketing for your company. I'm a local real estate specialist in my market, and I don't care what part of the country you're in right now, this works. I would love to be able to come in and, first of all, find ways that I can help refer business to you. You're in the insurance business. We're in the real estate business. I'm sure between homeowners and auto and some other stuff, my customers may need. How can I help you refer business? That's not a terrible start. Give first on social media, then get. Could be one of the finest tips you've ever heard. Give first. How can I help refer business to you? And in turn, you know what? If you happen to have a time slot at any of your meetings or events, I would love to come talk to some of your staff and just share with them what's happening in real estate. They probably all live or rent a home nearby, and I'd love to be able to add value to your company and share with them how I can help them understand real estate better in this marketplace. And in turn, I'd love to refer you some business too. Is that not a good conversation? That could be the owner of a cellular company store. You can have that phone conversation with an investment company in your marketplace. It could be a manufacturing company. A manufacturing company might have thousands of employees in your market area. Find the chief in command, offer to bring a valued service, find ways to help their staff, their employees. If any of your employees need help with housing, investment properties, or need to get relocated in the area, let me come talk to you on how I can help. There's a place to find them, okay? So I've given you dozens of ideas, all in one video. Please use it. Execution is the whole thing. Don't just watch this video and go, oh, that was pretty cool, good ideas. No, go do it. I challenge you to go do it and share with me the results. Share with me the positive stuff that comes out of this, because this is how real estate gets done. And these are ways to use tools that no one's using right now effectively. So take advantage of this one. All right? So there you go. I'll give you more LinkedIn tips down the road. There's one that can make you a lot of money. All right, we'll see you soon.